in the predator-filled wild outdoors for over 10 years. Giving them safe indoor accommodations during their transformative season has fulfilled her motherly needs. Originally from Brookfield, Wisconsin, Barb moved to South Haven, Michigan 4 years ago with her husband Danny. As the activities coordinator at South Haven Senior Services of Van Buren County, Barb has been an active participant in Bring Your Chrysalis to Work Day and has had several butterfly releases this summer. Members of the South Haven Garden Club have given her some endearing nicknames like Monarch Mama and the Butterfly Whisperer. Tonight, Barb makes her public speaking debut. She's nervous, and with a subject she is truly passionate about. Please welcome Barb to the stage.
Save the pollinators! That's my friend, Barb!
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Now there's a lot of people here. So they said that we could just say a couple words before we start, and I'm not going to talk real long. I wasn't even planning on saying anything different, but yeah, I'm really nervous. Well, I am going to be.
We love you!
I'll be excited.
Don't worry, we love you!
Okay. But something that I shared with everybody, all the speakers, is I would totally, like right now, if Nathan didn't say my name, I would be like walking around the building and just leaving. But I passed around a little flyer, a little poster that I had, and it says, FECK, I'm not swearing, FECK, F-E-C-K, perfection. And that's not swearing either. The whole point of it is, and this artist talked about how there's no such thing as perfection, and it just delays us in sharing our mission, our message, our art, our project, whatever. So that's what this isn't going to be perfect, but it'll be, yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you. So anyhow, okay, roll 'em, maestro. So guess what I did this summer? I helped raise monarch butterflies. Now, did you know that their only food that they ever eat, the caterpillars, is milkweed? And when I grew up, there was milkweed everywhere. Because of insecticidal use, it's pretty much, it's gone, except for what we help and directly plant. And which came first, the caterpillar, the egg, or the butterfly? Right now I'm going to focus on the egg. If you're looking for eggs for caterpillars, they're super, super tiny. They're white, they're on the underside of a leaf, and a monarch butterfly lays about 300 to 500 of them during her short lifetime, which is about 4 to 6 weeks. So she's going to be really busy doing that. When you're looking for caterpillars out in a field. Oh, thank you. See, it's not even perfect here.
We've never done this. How about the milkweeds because of insecticides? All right,
It's searching. Sort of like what butterflies do when they're trying to find the milkweed. So do I get to ad lib right here? Add some extra words?
yeah, ad lib.
I got a blue screen. I could talk about the blue sky. Okay.
We're gonna start over.
Okay, so when you're out in a milkweed field looking for caterpillars, they're going to be really tiny. People don't expect to see how tiny they are, but one sure tell sign of caterpillars is you'll see little holes in the leaves, or big holes. This will signify a place where monarch caterpillars are.
All right, it died again.
No, not from me. No. I can't even do a bad cartwheel. This is a hard.
us be the judge.
Sorry,
There,
guys.
break.
You won't find monarch butterflies in this kind of weather. Where they'll actually be is down in Mexico. Or California, I found out.
Okay. Apologies to IT. Ready? Ready?
Yeah, good.
Lana says it's all her fault and she's sorry.
Okay, go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So I'll do something different. This is the field of milkweed that I got so excited to see because in South Haven, I would think anything that's over that tall would have gotten mowed down. And this milkweed was up to almost hip high. These are the eggs again, 300 to 500 eggs are laid by a butterfly, not a caterpillar, a butterfly. And you would think that with 300 to 500 eggs being laid that there would be lots of butterflies. There isn't because there's such a large proportion that don't make it. Here are the holes again. This is a telltale sign that there's caterpillars on the underside of the leaf. Another telltale sign, because all caterpillars do, is they're like babies. They eat, they sleep, and they poop. Yes, I said the P word. So if you find black flakes, they look like pepper, that could be on top of a leaf. That's a sign of where a caterpillar could be. This is when a caterpillar is born, it's super, super tiny. You will not see the striping, and you will not see the striping that's on a caterpillar. You'll just see the black head. The body kind of blends in with the leaf. It's really tiny. This is my first experiment with raising caterpillars. I had a 5-gallon tank. If you can count, which I don't think you can, but there's over 20 caterpillars in that container right now. All they do is eat and sleep and poop. That's poop on the bottom. Now, I refined my system in raising them. It's a lot simpler to clean them, a lot simpler to find them. All you need is something that all of you have, I'm sure, is an ice cream bucket, a shot glass, and flexible screening to put on top of them because they like to do a little Houdini act, and sometimes you'll find them out of your container. And then something to hold the screen down. I usually use a couple knives. But then this makes it really simple to clean the container out. I'll put the shot glass in there with a leaf or two and let the caterpillar eat. The most amount of shot glasses I'll have in a container is 4, probably. This gives them enough room to move around in that. Another miraculous thing that a caterpillar does is it sheds its skin. It does it about 4 or 5 times when it's getting too big, and it gets really still. First time this happened for me, I thought something happened to my caterpillar. He died or something. But they shed their skin, and then they crawl back onto the milkweed. Next is, okay, the caterpillar on the right is a full-grown caterpillar. He's about ready to probably make his chrysalis. And you can see the difference in size and how big they get. This takes probably about 14 days to do. And this is all outside. Keep in mind the weather, the rain, the wind, everything. This is where it really gets freaky. They hang upside down in a J. Now the J, what it does is they attach themselves to whatever the underside of a leaf. In my case, it's the screen. They hang there for like about a day, sometimes it's 2 days, but what they're getting ready to do is to shed their skin. And the skin has all the stripes on it. Here, that green part that you're seeing, that's gonna become the chrysalis. That's gonna contain the caterpillar. And the whole skin, they wiggle and they twist and they're connected here and they twist around and it looks like they're gonna disengage themselves, but that skin is just coming up and it'll eventually twist off and drop to the bottom of the cage. Then what happens is, let's see, I'm skipping around here. I don't even have notes. So this is the cool part. The chrysalis is the finished one on the left, It's a beautiful seafoam green. It's got some gold dots on it. The one on the right this is what's so cool about monarch butterflies. You can tell when they're going to hatch. The chrysalis becomes transparent and you get to see the black and the green, or the black and the orange wings inside of it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have animals, dogs, or a black screen. Okay, so if you have dogs, you gotta get dog sitters or cat sitters when you're gone out of town, right? For me, I need to find caterpillar sitters, or in this case, chrysalis sitters. And I've got friends that are awesome that have taken this job on for me. So what I do is this is my caterpillar transporter, and I deliver it to them, and they let them, this is where they hatch. You can see the one that's the second one on the left, it's more transparent, it's about ready to hatch. Oh, I get to talk a little longer. So I've been able to tie these chrysalises off of the screen and put them where I need to. So this is longer than 20 seconds. Anyhow, this also has a screen in front of it. I'm not showing it to you so you can see the actual chrysalises, but I put the screen in front of it so that they keep the butterflies inside. And then when I'm ready to release it, boy, this is a lot of extra bonus minutes I get. When they hatch, well,
What is it made of?
what is it made out of? Oh, cardboard. It's just a cardboard box on its side. I put a couple holes in it and put a dowel stick. I can talk to you. Anybody that's got questions afterwards, I'm more than happy to help you make the difference. Yeah.
Save the pollinators!
Yes.
Save the pollinators! We have to do this. We have to save these
I didn't
insects.
even see you saying save the pollinators.
Oh, here we are back in winter.
We need a beer break. She wants to know. She wants to know who is saying save the
Yeah, you won't
pollinators.
find
Who's
any
saying
pollinators.
save? You really want me to talk? You could be in big trouble. You could be in big
She
trouble.
just wanted to know who you were. No, she just wanted to know who you were.
I'm a member of the Indian Hills Garden Club, and 1 out of every 3 bites of food that you eat is as a result of a pollinator.
Okay, so this is another just miraculous thing that happens with butterflies. Excuse me for my choice of words. But when they decide to hatch, it's quick. This little butterfly comes out and its wings are all crinkled up. Its abdomen is huge. And what it needs to do is pump the fluid from its abdomen into its wings until the wings become flat like this in the size that they're supposed to be. It also fuses its proboscis together, which is its tongue, so that then it can fly off and feed. It takes probably 4 to 6 hours, 2 to 6 hours. When they're ready to fly, they know. So this is why I love raising monarch butterflies, and especially right now because they are almost on the endangered species list. They're just beautiful. They go with summer. It's like watermelon in summer. You need monarch butterflies to have it be summer. And I can't tell you how much joy it brings just to be able to release these out into the world. This is the pollinators. This is what they need. They need it especially in spring, like May, and especially right now because this is when they're doing their migrational down to Mexico. They need flowering. They need flowers right now for nectar to make that journey. It's 3,000 miles. Okay, this is date night. We're back full circles. They do this about 16 hours. That's a long date. And then we go back to the egg, and then back to the milkweed field. Milkweed is, so join me on my crusade, everybody. Whenever you see like milkweed on the side of the road or someplace in an open field and there's a lawnmower coming by, lay your body down for sacrifice and tell them not to mow it.
Mamie says get the snow off the screen. I am so sorry, Barb, and thank you for being such an amazing sport and going along with that. Despite all of the technical difficulties, I learned a lot about butterflies, and I'll be asking some follow-up questions. Lana, are we ready to continue? Not that I can see you, but